It's Sunday, the 6th of December. It's really cold here in Germany. Yeah, just slightly underneath the freezing point, but I'll still do it. Going for a run, because if I don't, I'll regret it. And if there's one thing in life I learned over the years that I absolutely hate is looking back on something, regretting not actually even trying to do it. So let's try it. There's so much police everywhere you look. Police. I don't know why, so let's ask.
Das wird eine größere Versammlung der Querdenker und dann sind im ganzen Stadtgebiet noch verschiedene Versammlungen.
Okay, ja, kann ich's machen. Viel Spaß, ciao. Made it all the way over here, over this bridge. That's where it started, where all of the police is. They told me it's a demonstration, which is great. Democracy, people should be allowed to demonstrate. But during a pandemic, demonstrating against the laws that are in fact due to the pandemic is really stupid. Like, the only thing that we shouldn't gather together is the one thing they do to demonstrate against the law of getting together. It just doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. It doesn't help the cause. Yes, I understand people are annoyed. I'm annoyed as well, but I would never ever do something that makes it even worse. I can't believe it. Back to the starting point. That's not a demonstration, guys. That's a full-blown festival. There's a stage, there's music playing sometimes, there's someone talking, everyone is really close to each other. And by the way, they're now placing all of the cars next to each other to block off this entire area so no one can get in or out. Trust me, these kind of demonstrations have been going on in other cities. It usually ended with like people fighting, which is like another level of stupid on top. So proud of myself. I made it 10K in under an hour. And I'm so happy that I went out there and just did it, because regretting like not doing something you could do is probably the worst feeling ever. Let's imagine I would have just stayed at home. The entire day I would feel bad that I didn't do what I wanted to do. Like, that's like the worst. If your mind tells you something that is good for you, that you want to do, and it could be anything, and you don't do it because you're too lazy, and then you come up with excuses. It's cold, it might start raining, then you stay at home, then it doesn't rain, it's actually not that cold, and you regret that you didn't go. And this can sometimes, for some people, like an entire life path full of regrets and things you could have done that you didn't do. And that's like the one thing I've learned that I hate the most, because then all of the failing that is involved in not doing things is my fault. I don't want to be the main cause for my failure. If things fail because outside circumstances just make me fail, or things are just not possible, that's fine. I can live with that. I at least tried. But if I don't even try, and my brain is the entire time thinking what could have happened, I hate that. So I don't do it. I always, when I want something, I just do it. Always. Almost always. Just for example, this right here. This is soup. And this soup is actually really important. You see, Vanessa's dad had a really tough time 18 years ago, and his friends helped him to pull through. And as a thank you, every single year he invites all of them to have soup with him. This year, due to COVID, that's not possible. But instead of sitting at home and just saying it's not possible, and then regretting for 18 years doing something and then 1 year not doing it, they made their own soup, put it into these containers, drove to every single one of those friends and delivered them the soup. There's always an option. Always. Another example, my studio. I rented it, started renting it, like the big studio I have right now, 2.5 years ago. It was so stupid. Like, I didn't have the money, I didn't have the funds. It was about taking a risk. And again, like, me thinking about not doing it, I had again this feeling in me that I would regret it. It was so good. It was such a beautiful big building. view over the water, big enough for 2 studios, offices, even playing table tennis in there. The area around it, the industrial harbor, like really inspirational, a beach really close by, city center close by, 2 parking spots, just perfect. I couldn't say no. Although it was really stupid, I didn't have the funds. I still did it because I didn't want to regret it. The second I stepped into that building, I said to myself, I need to have it. No matter how, no matter what it will cost, I'll just make it work. Because otherwise, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. For the next little example, I want to welcome back the star of this vlog. I know you've been all missing her a lot. I need you for that story your mom told us just a while ago, where it was about us meeting for the first time. I didn't know about it until like a month ago, not even 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was back when we met for the first time, like 10 years ago.
I didn't want to take a...
Yeah, she was like, too shy?
Well, I think I was afraid that I will be hurt again.
Recognizing me again? Was that a problem?
Well, I was
like... Because we
like...
just met like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and in the club and it was dark.
Yeah.
So I thought I gonna remember you, but something in me panicked that I might not remember you.
And did you regret going there?
Of course not.
First, we need to go and visit Vanessa's parents in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Are we late?
No, it's okay.
That's a first. The people back there in the park are still demonstrating. I don't get it. Vanessa doesn't get it. No one gets it. I was hoping that it will start raining the entire time I was running, so they will all disappear.
And now it does.
And now, exactly right now, we have like the first drops on the window. So let's hope they all go home and stop partying for no reason.
Yeah,
so stupid. Yeah. We made it to the countryside. It's so silent. It's so extremely silent here.
I like that actually.
No, it's boring. But the sound of the rain is kind of cool, and that it rains is cool. First time I'm actually happy about it. Some presents and dinner. Whoa! Absolute food coma. Vanessa's dancing. Why are you dancing?
I'm not.
She's always trying to make me laugh and doing funny stuff behind the camera, but it's a good sign. She's fit again. Anyways, a great evening, good food, nice company, small circle of people, of course, and back to like the regretting things and just doing things you would regret. For me, always the question is to evaluate if a decision was actually a good decision, is to think, if I could travel back in time and do the decision the second time, would I do the same stuff? Would I decide in the same way? And I have to say, for almost all of the things I had to decide in my life, I'm happy that I did, even the bad stuff. For example, I went to university. It cost me a lot of money. I didn't learn anything. I never finished it. And I still don't regret it, because it taught me what I should do instead. It helped me to find my way. It also gave me a lot of time to spend on music making instead of going to university. Same with going for a run this morning. I don't regret it. I wouldn't travel back in time and make me not go and run. I did it. I'm fine with it. Same also with Vanessa, hopefully meeting me. If she could travel back, I hope she wouldn't do anything differently. But that's usually how you know that it was right. And unfortunately, only know it once you've done it. So you have to do it. So if there is anything in your life you want to achieve, accomplish, any kind of dream, usually the only thing holding you back is just you, because you have it under control. You can make it a reality. You just have to have the balls to try it out. And usually what helps me to push me is thinking about me in the future, thinking back to that moment and asking myself, why didn't I do it? So just do it. There's no losing, usually.
Feel like we could fly tonight.